Hello and welcome, my 100 billionaires, rollerblading, fighting for the championship of roller derby. It's SJB here, and we have quite possibly the most garbage game mode in the history of the world, half cash. And we're going to make it just that much more difficult. So, possibly the worst part about half cash is getting started. You really do need that free dart monkey to kind of get started up in here, and or you need to get your hero flowing very, very quickly, because once you get your hero going, they're going to start to level up and actually like build up and be a good asset to your team. But almost every hero in the game is pretty much not possible to start off the game with. So if you're trying to do any sort of weird challenges, you have to do something crazy. You have to watch Bloons go through. You have to watch your lives get absolutely slobber-knocked. And then you can finally, hopefully, build your hero by the time you get going up in here. Before you die. We're down to 40 lives already, so things are pretty hectic. Today what I want to do is I want to try to beat half cash mode. While only going for our hero and for flying towers. Now this is weird because there's only 2 flying towers in the game, obviously. There's a Monkey Ace and a Heli Pilot, right? And both of those guys are pretty expensive. I mean, the first one is 2/3 price, so he's going to be the cheaper end of the game here. This is what's going to like get us started up in here. But even then, it's tough to save up for one of these guys when you're making half the cash you normally do. Every balloon is worth half the cash, and then at the end of the round, it's also worth half the cash. I think that's probably the worst part about all of it, is the end of the round being worth half the cash, because that's really what gets you going in the game here. There's not that many balloons in the first 10, 15, 20 rounds, but getting $100 at the end of every single round, we can guarantee in the first 20 rounds we'll get $2,000, right? Not anymore, man. Down to $1,000 guaranteed in the first 20 rounds, and there's just not enough balloons to make up for it. So my goal to get started up in here is to go for a Heli Pilot. Alright, we gotta go for a Heli Pilot quickly up in here, and we gotta hope that this guy is gonna somehow magically get lead popping power over here. Otherwise, we're pretty much screwed, and we have to maybe try to do some sort of Monkey Ace Pineapple strategy to try to beat round 28 and 30, and I'm hoping that I really don't have to do that. Alright, already getting to round 13 here, and we're... Quincy is hanging on, man. He's hanging on by a thread, but he's hanging. He's hanging there. He's doing a good job overall. I mean, he's got almost 1,000 pops already. Round 15 is going to be horrible, though, for us if we're not able to get this up. I was thinking about using my ability, but I think I got to save it. I think I got to save it for round 15 here, because I still will not have the money ready right away. Oh, we do! We do have the money right away. Sweet! Alright, so we're going to go for our Heli Pilot. This is going to change things quite a bit. Now, Heli Pilot's not an automatic going to win us kind of situation, but at the very least, he's going to get us started up in here. And we got 12 more rounds to save up a pretty crazy amount of money here. We've got to buy the quad darts, the pursuit, and the razor rotors to get us lead popping power. There's no other lead popping power in here that we can get at all. The only thing that we could do is if we level up Quincy a little bit, he could maybe get the exploding arrows in time, but that's just too tricky and weird to actually pull off. So I'm really, really hoping that the Heli Pilot's just going to be like magical and be able to defend here. Half cash mode, bro. The epitome of absolute garbage. I know I've said that already, but it really is one of the worst game modes in the game. If you're not doing it... Oh, crap. Oh, no. Oh, no. Follow the mouse. Follow the mouse! Quincy, use your ability. All right. There we go. All right, we survive, and we get that quad darts action that's going to double our popping power over here. Looks pretty good. I picked this map on purpose, though, because if the Heli Pilot ends up missing in its, little small circle over here, we can just swap to this little circle over here, and then swap to this little circle over here if they get past all of that. I think even without the super speed, we should be able to make that all happen. Alright, so I'm just going to be honest with you guys, it's looking pretty horrible for us to get a Razor Rotors. So we might have to try to buy Quincy's exploding shot here. And I don't know if we're going to have enough money for that. It's going to be really, really, really close. I think we will have enough money, hopefully. We'll have about $1,000, and we're going to get a little bit of experience here. This is horrible, though. This is not how I wanted to spend my money. And there we go. We need to buy $780 worth of exploding arrows for Quincy, just to keep us alive on round 28. Fantastic! Alright, alright. Well, we're in a bad spot, but it's not over yet. Now we got Pursuit, bro. We're pursuitifying things. Now I don't need a micro, which is, like... usually the worst thing for Crisp in this situation. There's not much else going on. Having half cash means that things are already going to be kind of on the lowdown as far as towers are concerned. Dang, I really, really, really need to get this Razor Rotors flowing up in here, because there's going to be a lot of lead balloons coming out pretty soon. We're going to need that MOAB popping power. We're going to need that balloon popping power. And then hopefully we can get the cam detection pretty soon after that, because without it, Quincy cannot handle round 37 very well. If we use his ability, we might be able to. And then round 42, for sure, we definitely can't handle it. Possibly at all. But I'm thinking a little far ahead here. So keep in mind that I am forcing myself to go Razor Rotors, but there are other options for us. I said flying towers. I did not say only heli pilots. The reason why I went for a heli pilot in the first place, though, is because getting the cheaper 2/3 price thing is the better way to save money. And I thought he was going to be a slightly better tower to be more consistent with his popping power, rather than being sort of random with his monkey ace action. All right, what I gotta do is I gotta put this guy on follow mouse, I think. I think this is just not working the way it currently is. In fact, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lock him in place. No. We're gonna lock him in place right about here for the time being. And if I need to move him, I will. Okay. Razor Rotors. Let's give him that cam detection. No, I mean, yeah, not bad for round 37. Okay, we're starting to really flow in a little bit of money up in here. It's not a lot, but it's something. Now the question is, what do we want to do about this frickin' MOAB coming up in here? I could probably afford one low-level heli pilot, or I could try to set myself up for later on in the game and hope that this Razor Rotors is just going to do enough damage against the MOAB and be good enough. And I think that's what I'm going to try to do, guys. So I don't really know as far as positioning is concerned on this map. Like, this might be, surprisingly, the best positioning. We're going to put him like this. That's not bad, not bad. Okay, we're going to do that, and we're going to go for the middle path here, and then we're going to switch this guy off. Oh, no! Get off that. All right, we're going to put him back to follow mouse. Go for an early Quincy ability here, not a late Quincy ability, because I think Razor Rotors can actually do a pretty good job against the Bloons compared to the MOAB layer, and we do end up surviving here, guys. We have not lost a single... I don't think we've lost a single life since we've actually started here. If we did, it was definitely some sort of shield life, because 40 lives was the lives we had at the beginning here. And it's time, baby! Whoop! We got the Bomber Ace! Okay. So for quite a while here, I think we're going to be alright. I think I got a decent squad. A decent team. But I'm definitely afraid of a lot of upcoming rounds. Round 49 is a very, very beef-tastic round. We got MOABs coming out, which honestly, after dealing with round 40 MOAB, round 50 is probably not too bad. But then round 52, 53, and 54 is a big chunk of everything. So that might be sort of problematic. Alright, so I gotta tell you guys a quick story. I'm not gonna throw anybody under the bus unless I'm trying not to throw anybody under the bus, but I had some issues with my puppy last night. I was just telling you guys about my puppy yesterday in my last video, and I have to tell you guys about her again, because she puts everything in her mouth. No matter what it is, she puts it in her mouth and she eats it. Alright, it's freaking annoying as crap. Alright, hold on. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw a monkey ace in the front-ish of the map. Don't want to go too far over. Front-ish of the map. And we're going to go for a top path, alright? It's going to help out a lot for the MOAB. But I'm hoping once we get Operation Dart Storm, just the randomness of being able to pop a lot of balloons, just kind of all over the place, is going to be super helpful for us. But anyways, this is a, I don't want to call it a crazy story, but it involves throw up, so if you're not cool with that, like, just click off the video right now. I'm sorry, guys. So, last night, my dog got into a bag of chocolate chips. Now, I was trying to figure out exactly how many chocolate chips were in there, and the person that was, that should have known how many chocolate chips was in there did not specifically remember how many chocolate chips were in there. So I was very confused on whether or not we should take her to the vet, because chocolate toxicity is not to be messed around with. The good news is chocolate toxicity is not like a super duper crazy long-term problem. It's very short-term. It either will kill your dog very quickly, or it will do basically nothing, and nothing will matter. So anyways, I've done super science videos on this in the past, just in case you're curious. And yes, I had, I think is probably the better word, had a second channel, or a third channel, where I used to make science videos, and I specifically made one about chocolate toxicity in dogs, because it was something that intrigued me. And this was the first time that I ever had a chocolate scare with a dog. And I had to wake somebody up in the middle of the night and try to figure out whether or not we should take them to the emergency vet. And I kind of like looked it up online, and most people were like, take him to the vet, take him to the vet. And I was like, you know what? I don't know how much chocolate they ate. Maybe we can just make them throw up, and because that's what they're going to do with the vet anyways, and things will be okay. And I'm like, time is of the essence, of course. Like, the longer we wait and the more time we take to take her to the vet, the worse it's going to be. So anyways, I decided to make the executive decision to just go all in. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go sharper shots. I'm gonna say screw the cam detection on this guy for now. And then I believe it or not, I'm gonna try to save up some money here, I think. I don't know if it's possible, but an Apache dart chip, if we can get that guy, is an automatic win. Pretty much guaranteed. He's got cam detection, got a ton of popping power, tons of MOAB popping power. But of course, getting that much money is gonna be tricky. So, can we rely on the monkey aces for not just 10 rounds through round 63? I don't know, dude. I might have to build a little bit more defense. I think I'm gonna go for a couple more bomber races. All right, let's go for a bomber race sort of near the front-ish of the map here. Of course, with the rapid fire and all that stuff. And then, I don't know if I want... Let's put it back on pursuit. I don't know if I want any more heli pellets, though. I mean, a downdraft might be okay. A MOAB shove might be okay. If anything, though, downdraft's probably our best option. Just like a single downdraft. But I'd really love to just save up for an Apache dart chip. But I just don't know if it's going to be possible. Okay, let's try. Let's try to save up for this puppy. See where we get. See how round 63 is going to go down. Because based on what I'm seeing right now, 63 is just clearly not going to go down. But maybe some crazy Quincy abilities or even some maybe Monkey Ace Micro might be in order here to make these things happen. I just don't know. But anyways, story time with Chris is still not over. So, I read up online how to make a dog throw up, and I guess it's just hydrogen peroxide, which is pretty cool. 3% hydrogen peroxide in particular. And you basically just, like, grab a couple tablespoons and just kind of turkey baster it in their mouth, right? So this is the first thing I do. I'm just like, I got to do it, Amanda. I have to make her throw up, very first thing. Even if we got to take her to the vet afterwards, I'm just going to make her throw up to make sure that things are going to be okay. And so I turkey baste her. All right, I grabbed this hydrogen, and I was kind of sad because at first she was really excited. She's like, "Hey, Chris, what's up? How you doing?" And I just grabbed this random turkey baster and I just go squawk, and I squeeze it in the back of her throat, and she is just like, "Oh my God, why would you do that to me, Chris? Why would you do that to me? That was terrible." But the hate did not last very long. She was already super happy and ready to go. Like 30 seconds later, I was like, "Okay, this might just not work." It's kind of weird that like hydrogen peroxide is supposed to make dogs throw up, because I've dealt with a lot of hydrogen peroxide in my life. I've never drank any, obviously, but I would not expect it to make me throw up. But I guess for dogs... Oh, here we go. 63. Hold on. All right, so we got two abilities here. Let's go for a Quincy ability to start off. I'm going to put him on follow mouse here. Bomber Race does a pretty good job, but not enough. Oh, that was close, but it was not enough. So 63 is the bane of our existence in a lot of situations. It's a tough frickin' round. Just overall, it's just tough. But I think if we go for one more bomber race and I control this guy a little bit better, we might be okay if I use my Quincy ability kind of right from the get-go here and get rid of this ceramic layer so I can start dealing with the lower level balloons. Here we go. I'm going to get rid of all the zebra balloons, basically, because if I get rid of the zebra balloons, the bomber race should be able to kind of clean up the rest of the balloons up in here. Still a lot of balloons. Not enough to kill me, though. And there we go. We take down the first set. For the second set, I will have these arrows, so that will just get completely annihilated. And now for the third set, I might have nothing, though. I'm really hoping that I get my Quincy ability back, but I don't think I'm going to. Yeah, this is kind of sad. I did not know that ability takes that long to come back, so this could actually be pretty bad. I might have been better off trying to survive against the first or second ability, or second rush without any abilities. But dang, this is close. This is close. Dang, we do. We take it down. That is pretty amazing. I was not expecting that, to be completely honest with you guys. I was not expecting that at all. All right. So we've got $7,000 saved up. Again, still trying to get a Apache dart chip, even if it means I have to sell $2,000, $4,000. This guy's big, too. That's $9,000. Yeah, I mean, if I just want a solo Apache dart chip here, this is a real possibility for us. I mean, it's not wasting that much money. If you really get down and think about it. It's like a reasonable amount of money to waste by selling a lot of things, but not a horrible amount. All right, 65, pretty tough round here. We're going to use at least one ability, and it goes pretty solid. Quincy's actually holding his own, man. 25,000 pops. 40,000 pops for this guy, 8,000, 31,000, and 12,000. Everybody's actually doing a pretty good job, though, overall. I feel like my positioning is pretty solid. A good mix-up, too. So if, you know, for example, the bombs hit a big chunk of Bloons, they can hit the pinks and yellows and all that stuff, get rid of them, and then we still have some room for the darts and Quincy and my heli palette to kind of kill out the zebras and the blacks, which are, believe it or not, one of the biggest weaknesses to bomb race strategies, is the blacks and the zebras, because the bombs specifically don't pop the blacks. And I definitely cannot get enough money for some sort of MIB or something like that. Alright, so here's where it gets a little bit gross. So if you guys, again, don't want to watch this video, I completely respect that. I get it, but most of you guys are guys. So, like, I mean, especially the guys out there, you can't get grossed out by throw up, can you? Come on. No, I get it. Throw up's pretty gross. But, I don't know. I guess after you deal with it a little bit, because I've had to deal with, like, so much dog throw up in the past couple years, it's kind of ridiculous. So, like, you kind of just get used to it. It just becomes, like, a normal part of your life almost. It's kind of weird. Kind of sad, too, but it's, like, it's a little bit weird. And poop in general. Like, you think poop's super duper gross, so you gotta, like, specifically pick up poop with your nearly bare hands. I mean, just putting a little piece of a layer of plastic in between you and that is kind of weird if you really get down and think about it. Alright, so we're getting pretty close over here. I'm still trying to survive as long as I possibly can. Even if I could just sell one monkey ace, that would be pretty sweet. 73 is a pretty tough round, though. We're gonna go for an early Quincy ability. Might have to use the second ability here as well. Let's just go for it early, just while everything's bundled up. And 73 goes down. Alright. So anyways, I give her the stuff to make her throw up. Takes about 7-8 minutes, and then just came right out. It was kind of weird. I was like a little afraid that I was gonna she was gonna overdo it and like throw up too much or something like that. But she threw up once and then threw up twice, and both times it was brown. Yeah, straight up brown, chocolate colored. And I'm like, yes, believe it or not, that's actually a good thing, because that means all the chocolate's getting out of her system right now. So maybe I'm a bad dog owner. I don't know. We really try to watch what we put on the counters and everything, but you know, it's really easy to make a mistake in life. Sometimes this mistake can lead to some pretty crazy crap going on. And it sucks. It really does. All right, here we go. We're getting to the point where things are getting a little wild. I'm going to go for the arrows here. Oh, we almost lose some lives down there, but we don't. 76, though. I don't think I can survive. Oh, God. Micro, bro. Micro. I don't think we're going to be able to survive. Oh, no. Oh, that was close. Okay, I've decided to just say, screw it. I'm going to sell this guy. I'm going to get the patch dart chip. I think that's going to be enough for us. We're also going to leave him on pursuit now. I could control him by my mouse, but I think pursuit's probably good enough. Once you get this guy, I mean, things are going to go pretty well. Overall. Maybe not perfect, but overall, pretty good. He's still got kind of a zebra black weakness, which is kind of sad, because that's kind of like the overall arching weakness of my entire defense here. But I still feel like he's much better at popping blacks than the other guys over here, because he still has a lot of random darts he's shooting, too. So anyways, she threw up twice. I had to, like, clean it up. And the worst part about the throw up was, like, I really wanted to make her go outside, but specifically online, they're like, try to make sure she's in a comfy spot that she normally throws up in. And I'm like, dang. She throws up on my carpet all the frickin' time. So I gotta let her throw up on my carpet. And I gotta let her throw up chocolate, stomach acid all over the place on my carpet. Yes, I did. And then I had to clean it up. So, yeah. Anyways, if there's a round that's going to kill us that isn't round 75, evidently, it's got to be 78, because camo ceramics are going to come out. Luckily, again, Quincy's got some good abilities for these ceramics, dude. So this should actually work out pretty good. Bam! Taking it down. And believe it or not, we're going to have money left over going flying towers only. It started off rough, but these guys are clearly very good late game towers. And pretty good mid-game towers, too. So they're going to keep us in the game and make this, I don't want to call it easy, make it look pretty simple overall. I mean, like, this does not look bad, does it? No, not really, man. Not really. So anyways, good news. After she threw up, I was like, I don't feel like we need to take her to the emergency vet, but we're going to watch her. I'm going to watch her overnight. So I stayed up all night until about 6:30 in the morning. And she was pretty crazy. She was wild. Like, I couldn't tell if it was a sugar high or like a just being crazy because of the chocolate, but she was basically crazed, running around in circles, going in the backyard and just doing figure eights back and forth. I ended up taking her on an extra 2.5 mile walk in the middle of the night at like 3 in the morning. Or no, I was actually closer to 4 in the morning. And all this other stuff. And I played with her for no joke, like 3 or 4 hours. And she was just running around and having a great time. When we calmed down, she still had a normal heart rate, which made me feel like it wasn't a crazy emergency or anything like that. Maybe I made the bad call, but she seems pretty good today. I did stay up with her all night, and I had planned for Amanda to kind of like wake up and check on her in the morning as well. So anyway, she's good. She's nothing wrong with her so far. Sucks that it happened, but, you know, I guess sometimes I'm going to tell you guys my life stories, even if they're not good ones, dude. But that's why I might sound a little tired today. And that's why I made, I don't want to call it an easy video, but a half-cash video. Man, oh man, these things, this map sucks. So, well, this game mode sucks. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed, press that like button, subscribe, and of course, have a super duper delicious day.